It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next is this team's Offensive Player of the Year. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. We're just moments away from the action, just ahead on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. Should be a good matchup here, Greg. A couple of playoff teams from a year ago that are hoping to take that ultimate step and get to the Super Bowl this season.
And oftentimes, that's the most difficult step, right? You go from being a perennial playoff contender. That's great. But now, how many of these teams can now say, okay, not only are we in the playoffs year in and year out, but we are a legitimate Super Bowl contender in any given season? That is easier said than done, but I think these two teams today both find themselves at the end of the year in that mix.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the number one goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Second down and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Back to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. A gain of 16 on that pass play. That's enough for a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. He'll come up on a second down and 8. He'll drop to throw. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number 1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline. It really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there, and I know it's zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man coverage? So the versatility and the chess piece that is the running back position, it could do so much to help not only the play caller, but also the quarterback.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The extra point is good, and the visitors will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll look to throw. A toss left side caught by his running back.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. He'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Now, faking the give. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Now a give up the middle, and a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. Well, that play play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that fourth down stop.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have enough for a 1st down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
Still 2nd down.
Following the penalty, he'll run it. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. No chance at all. He'll go down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
He's got a man. That's complete. 13 yards on the catch there, and that will be a 1st down. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's a close game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive. You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a run going left. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That one hauled in. It's complete. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run it on the inside handoff. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, but he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Quick hitting slant there. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
That's to the right side and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Up the middle they go. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Taken down behind the line.
3rd and 5.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20.
They're on the 16-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
First down, London.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Holding offense.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to the air one more time. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
Here's their punter now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. 13 pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another first down. They'll turn and hand this one off. and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll stick with him again. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Greg and I will be right back after this. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This is caught at the 2. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance.
That one is caught beyond the pylon. Has a touchdown.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
The kicking team off for the extra point. He gets it to go, and his guys are on top. It's now 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Quick throw taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. He'll look to throw. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. There's that man again. Another catch. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the visitors will tie this game up here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
As we begin quarter number 3. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He was brought down at the 26. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Going up top. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they'll try to keep it going. His drive will start on the ground. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now a give on the ground. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
They'll look to throw. He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Over the top, he's got it for the score. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started.
The kick is good. Next to score, visitors 17, our home team 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now he'll air one out. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. It is third and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. On the ground, they go with their running back. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Here's a second and 6. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. And the London first down.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Here's a second and 3 forthcoming. They'll send him over to the left. Here comes the jet sweep. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And that one not going to net too much. He'll get this down to the 31. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Now this looks like a design run. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he will score again for the touchdown. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his third of the game, his sixth this year. Point after, coming up here. He's got it. And the visitors move out to a 24-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So now this team's offense getting set to get back to work. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. This one complete, right side.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage. The stop made at the 31, but a new set of downs. 1st down picked up. He'll drop to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end. Here's 2nd and 6.
The 27-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Here's a run. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
A loss on the play brings up 3rd down and goal.
So, some extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal situation as we are now through the 3rd. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. Now, faking the give. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Second down and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to get this one on the ground. A gain there of 10 yards. That's enough for a first down.
2-possession lead, fourth quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Quick throw, taken in. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to have enough to convert here, and it sets up 1st and goal.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
A run on 1st and goal. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Now, here's 2nd and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
An extra point attempt to follow. It's up and good. And the visitors will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. This team's offense ready for this next possession. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Handoff here, up the middle, and he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
1st down, London.
They'll stay on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Now a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he is out of bounds. It's going to be 1st down, though. 1st and goal at the 2.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he...
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Has a touchdown. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the visitors are able to extend the lead.
Visitors 38, our home team 13.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll throw out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw yet again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down.
Still 3rd down.
Following the penalty, they'll run it.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. It is brought in the end zone for the score. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an outside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the Hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
He's brought down at the 31. It's the pick number 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
He's brought down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. So it's a win for our visitors. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.